Queens pulls out a big victory over Lincoln Memorial on Monday night in overtime, a real heart-stopper here at the Levine Center. And it's a quick turnaround Wednesday night back at home versus Lenoir-Rhyne, another South Atlantic Conference showdown for the third-ranked team in the country. Joined by the associate head coach of the Royals, Grant Leonard. Coach, it was an emotionally taxing game yesterday. Then you have to turn around. It's the start of 3 games in 5 days for your team. How do you handle avoiding this becoming a trap game versus Lenoir-Rhyne?
Well, I mean, I think that there's some obvious things. First of all, Lenoir-Rhyne's a really good team, and our team has a great self-awareness of that. That being said, they're also a rival of ours, being a short trip down the road, and they also beat us at home last year. I think our guys are aware of all those facts, on top of the fact that they were a Sweet 16 team last year, that they really improved as the season went on. So they're going to be really locked in because they know that it's not about one game, but it's about the process, and we got to move on from each game to each game.
How do you handle the physical situation after last night? Because you play an extra 5 minutes, and I can just sense throughout the week that the guys were a little bit more mentally focused and physically focused. It's Lincoln Memorial. It's the big rivalry. So now how do you turn around and handle maybe practice today and the situation leading up to the game tomorrow?
Well, I think Coach Lundy does an unbelievable job of being aware of our guys' bodies. We typically go contact the day before a game. We definitely will go a little lighter on them, and not just because of the extra 5 minutes, but more because of the short turnaround and the physical nature of of Lincoln Memorial. They were so physical, and Lenoir-Rhyne is also physical, and they play a slower paced game. So we've got to make sure that our guys' bodies are prepared to play in this game. And so we probably won't do as much contact as we normally would.
All right, you mentioned before Lenoir-Rhyne last year able to pull out a victory over you at home. You split the season series. What do you know about this year's Lenoir-Rhyne team? Can they pull off something like they did to you last year?
Oh, they're more than capable of beating us. They're one of the best shooting teams in the country. I believe they're hitting 11.5 threes a game. They do an excellent job of sharing the ball. They're a very unselfish team. And then defensively, they do things to slow the pace of a game down. So our team has to be able to handle all of those things. And they're capable of beating any team on any given night by hitting a lot of threes. And they've been playing pretty well of late as well.
Do they draw any resemblance to the team that you saw last year? You mentioned a Sweet 16 team. They came on strong, made it around further than you did avoid facing you guys in the NCAA tournament. But did they draw any resemblance from the tape that you see from last season?
Well, first of all, they return a couple starters from that team, so they have some veteran leadership. And yes, they still, last year's team, even though they played a little faster, they still shared the ball extremely well and shot the ball extremely well. So their best attributes, they still carry over, even with the new coaching staff. And the new coaching staff's done an unbelievable job of transitioning the last year's team, which lost some key players, to this year's team. So they're going to be very good, and they do resemble them because they shoot the ball so exceptionally well.
All right, should be another good matchup here on Wednesday night at the Levine Center. Come on out, check it out. If you can't, catch the video broadcast on queensathletics.com/Royals Live. Opening tip-off for the men's basketball game at 8 p.m. Grant Leonard, the associate head coach of the Queens Royals. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to join us.
Thanks, Phil. Appreciate it.